This is the next day. I topped it off with just regular tap water and ran a few errands with it, and you know, I ran out of daylight, so it's looking pretty clean though this time. I don't know if you can see that down in there. It's pretty clear, so I'm gonna pull the plug down there, and I'll capture a little bit of it just to see how it looks, and then we'll probably put in the distilled water and get that circulating through there. There, I got this thing wiped out as clean as I can get it, and this towel's coming out back clean, so it's pretty clean, especially for an oil change pan. Let's see what we get here. All right. You can see it pouring out there. And I'm catching most of it, I think. That first batch that poured out, the antifreeze was splashing off all those body panels before it hit the pan, and I think that's another reason it looked so dirty that first time. I'm gonna give it a minute to drain. Okay, I think we're definitely ready for the distilled water. I mean, there's just a shade of blue tint there, maybe, but I'm gonna get the distilled water. I'm also gonna make sure I get all the tap water out of the recovery tank. If there's any in there, and there's some in there. Oops. It's hard to do with one hand. But that looks pretty clear. And then I'll put a little distilled water down in there too, and then I'm gonna actually take it out and drive it, get it good and hot, get it good and mixed, dilute, and get as much of that tap water out of there as I can before I put in the second batch of distilled water. And then I'll figure out the capacity and add probably about a gallon of concentrated antifreeze. I'm assuming it's a 2-gallon system, give or take a quart. I'll look that up. Wow, this project turned out to take a lot longer than I thought it would. I'm just using regular Kroger distilled water here. It's actually just went up 20 cents recently, but it was 99 cents. Now it's $1.20 a gallon. So let's see if I can do this with one hand. I'm gonna have to put this funnel fits perfectly into that hole too. That makes it nice. So I can't do this with one hand. It's gonna spill water everywhere. And this, even though it's cheap, it's still $1 a gallon. I'm gonna use probably 2 or 3 gallons of it to get the tap water flushed out of here. So I'll fill up the radiator, and then I'm gonna drive it a day, and I'll drain it out tomorrow. So I poured another, well, as you can see, probably another at least a couple pints in, and then I also filled the recovery tank, which it's a little bit over the max, but it's hard to see even if the fluid's blue, let alone clear water. I don't know if you can see that max mark down there on the side, but didn't make this easy to. Regardless, it's just a little over the max line. And we use this car very little, maybe 10 miles a day or less. So I'll bring this stuff out tomorrow and do it one more time with the distilled, and then finally we should be done. I know I said I was going to wait till tomorrow, but it's still May 25th, And I just ran a short errand, 10-minute errand, so that was good enough to get this water in here circulated and heated up. So I'm going to go ahead and drain it. I already got my drain plug or drain pan down there. So I'm gonna go ahead and drain it, and then maybe tomorrow I'll finish it up. Oh, yeah, the water's a little warm, but not bad. Catching most of it. Kind of a shame to let that distilled water just run out, but it's not that expensive, so. And need to add some more, and then that should have diluted out that tap water good enough. I don't think a little bit of tap water mixed in with the distilled is gonna hurt too much. So this, by the time I get all these videos strung together, this is gonna be an hour-long video. I think I might have mentioned that already. I can't remember. It's taken way longer than I thought. It's just not difficult, just tedious. But I don't really detect any tint at all in that water. It's clear as can be, and it's distilled, so it's about as clean as can be. So yeah, I'm gonna top it back off with distilled. I'm not gonna suck the distilled out of the recovery tank. I'm just gonna leave that in there. That's good. And tomorrow we'll be ready to add antifreeze. I wanted to show you how well this funnel seals up that hole. And just plug it down in there. Nice. And that extra long tube, it helps, makes it perfect for getting into automatic transmission fill up and or the recovery tank fill up. It's really handy funnel. $1 worth of distilled.